Morning all, hope everyone's well. Got quite a few things to look at this morning. Balloon footage, horizon tests, ISS transits, pictures, black holes and telescopes. So let's get cracking. First up, we got this high altitude balloon footage, which is approximately 20 miles up. Just have a little look at this. Put the sound down, but if you want to see the original of this, it's on my channel, link in the description. This one's for the Globies. Obviously pay particular attention to the horizon and of course the sun, and of course the sunspot beneath the sun. Pay particular attention to the sun's position above the horizon, how close it is. And of course the horizon itself is rather revealing. And of course we know this footage is demonstrably true, i.e. we can test and verify this observation and confirm that it is demonstrably true. I'm just going to pause it there. Obviously beautiful footage. Now we're going to have a quick peep at a simple horizon test showing two different viewpoints. One, a balloon going up and viewing a level Earth. Two, a balloon going up supposedly above a sphere Earth. And of course, one is realistically demonstrably true. The other is just pure fantasy. Great example. I'm not sure if it's exactly to scale, but of course one represents reality on the right, the other on the left is a pure fantasy. Having seen that horizon test, we go back to the balloon at 20 miles up. I mean, if it wasn't obvious before, which it should have been, it should be rather obvious now. But we're going to continue highlighting obvious things here that really should spell this out for you. So now I'm over at Scott Manley's channel. Scott is a globe fantasist and a super space fan. I gotta be honest, he's quite a nice fella. But he's got an ISS transit here. We'll have a quick look at this clip. And I think we'll pause it there. Now take a good look at this picture here, this image of the sun with the ISS in front of it, filmed by our mate Scott. Now let's go back to the balloon observation, which of course is demonstrably true. So now I've quickly recreated Scott's observation. Here's Scott, the globe fantasist. Here's his space station, which is more likely a high altitude drone or plane, and then of course the sun behind it. But just looking at that just shows you how ridiculous this is. Their interpretations of these sky observations are based purely on fantasy. Again, no one denies we see something in the sky. What we see is more than likely, like I say, high altitude drone. I should imagine they've got several, 3, 4 of them, based across the Earth that fly. There's no point trying to fool sailors who will be looking up at the ISS when they're at sea. So they don't need to fool anyone across the sea. It's all about the main continents. And I should imagine there's a base nearby the main continents that participates in this charade. Of course, we've got the sun, clearly not 93 million miles away. We've got the Earth, clearly and obviously not a ball, based on the horizon. And of course, the lack of horizon drop, i.e. none. And of course, then I put in Scott's observation against reality. And it kind of highlights the absurdity of his interpretation of his observation. Mad. Now I'm over at Mr. Cheswick's channel, link in the description. Mr. Cheswick put out a video today showing how easy it is and how cheaply this can be done, this weightless space pantomime fraud. So a quick look at the clip.
That's so cool. You are so much better of an astronaut, Paige, than those other fakes.
Thank you.
Bearing in mind, green screen technology has been around for years.
And if you're hungry in space, gotta have your floating Fritos to munch on, so, I don't want to give GMOs any publicity, but it's all we had hanging around.
Come on, folks. Look how easy this is to produce. And of course, as a result, full gullible people. And there's quite a few of them about still, despite the information that is now out there. Fresh off the press from NASA, we've got the sonification of a black hole. Again, pure mockery, a CGI black hole with a sonified wind coming out of it. You can't make this stuff up. And finally, the latest from the James Webb charade. Look at this tosh. That's not photos. Sorry. Stop lying. That's artwork for fantasists. $10 billion of taxpayers' money, which would have literally erased the homeless problem in America. Rather than solve the homeless problem in America, all these people are doing is providing the fantasists with more delusions. And in return, those delusional fantasists are pushing the narrative through their ignorance. Come on. How obvious does this need to get?